Shino
I'm a right tip.
Hakujasine.
It's time to stand like a people. You know it's time to stand like a people today. It's time to stand like a people. Stand up and say, no more wondering. We are finally on our way. Again, it's time to stand. Stand up. Stand up. Stand like a people. It's time to stand like a people today. It's time to stand like a people. Stand up and say, no more wondering. We are finally on our way. Brothers and sisters, we need you all today. There's work to do as a people, and it won't go away. We're the chosen, called by heaven to do the work that must be done. Our lives with faith and purpose to keep our people together as one. You know it's time to stand like a people. Stand like a people. It's time to stand like a people today. It's time to stand like a people. Stand up and say, no more wondering. We are finally on our way. Our children need to see themselves in a much more positive light, to see that nothing is impossible when they try with all their might. We must build the schools that will teach them that they're children of kings and queens. It's up to us to save them. Let us work and build and sing. You know it's time to stand like a people. Stand like a people. It's time to stand like a people today. It's time to stand like a people. Stand like a people. Stand up and say, we are finally on our way. Our mothers and fathers and elders, they have given us all they can. They stood up and fought to protect us in this hard and bitter land. Their thousands give us courage, every woman and man. None are free unless all are. We pledge our lives to take back our land. Come on. You know it's time. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand like a people. It's time to stand like a people today. It's time to stand like a people. Stand up and say, no more wondering. We are finally on our way. Baba David Goodland. Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to us, David.
Yeah. We're finally on our way. Come on, y'all. They have given us all they can. They stood up and fought to protect us in this hard and bitter land. Their trials must give us courage, every woman and man. None are free unless all are. We pledge our lives to take back our land. Come on.
You know it's time to stand.
Stand up.
Like the
It's
people.
time to stand
You
up.
know it's
It's time to stand.
like the people.
Stand by the people today. It's time to stand like the people. Stand up and say, no more wondering. We are finally on our way. You know what I
You
got?
know it's time to stand like the people. You know it's time to stand like the people today. It's time to stand like the people. Stand up and say,
No more wondering.
we are
Finally on our way. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hey, Mama.
All right.
You don't know it's time to stand like the people by now. Stand harder. Don't you? What time it is? Morning.
Good morning, Mama Connie.
We'll say open it in the house.
Yes, yes.
And thank you
Oh,
for
shit.
for singing so wonderful. Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
We good, we good, we good, we good. Yeah, yeah.
Great to be alive.
And we have newcomers that are coming in the door now. This is their second time visiting with us.
All right.
They are Maat and Lakanya. Yes, they're coming in the house. Hello. We'll say, all right. And Minister Mally and his lovely fiance in the house.
Yeah.
We welcome everybody here today.
Yes.
Welcome. So as we get our service started this morning, it is now time for our libation. Our minister is going to come and do that right now.
I say.
You know, what I find really amazing as we open up our service is the energy that Sankara alone brings by himself to just get us going, get us started. That's why we need some more young folks. Because that energy, boy, now I feel ready. It's time. And so also, this is the first day of the month of February.
Yes.
Which is the beginning of African Heritage Month.
Yes, say that.
We want to acknowledge the growth that we are the people who once used to call it Negro History Day, and then
Month.
Negro History Week,
Right.
and then Black History Month. And now we are at African Heritage Month.
That's right.
And with libation, that's really appropriate. Because, as we were saying when it was time to stand, our mothers, our fathers, our grandparents, even if they had just a farm, or they were just a small business person, or they just went to church every Sunday, they did things that has resulted in us being here today.
Right.
The heritage that we carry goes back centuries. And we're not going to allow others to limit our acknowledgement of that to just these shores. That our history didn't start when we got here. It has only gotten stronger and only better. So when we do libation, we want to honor the folks that have been responsible for us being here, but also the ones who have built the foundation for us to even consider ourselves people of African descent. Ashe?
Ashe.
Ashe. So this morning, I want to start it off with honoring those heroes and sheroes who stood in the gap. Some famous, some not so famous. that sacrificed, struggled, and gave up things. Sometimes small things, sometimes great things. That is responsible for us having a heritage in the first place. Ashe?
Ashe.
And then I want to also acknowledge the heroes and sheroes in history who, even though our nation got exploited and people were carried across the water, there were some folks that decided to fight. They decided to rebel and to struggle. Some even to the point of having to sacrifice their own children rather than see them be born or raised in slavery. So we want to acknowledge them as well. Ashe.
Ashe, come and be with us.
And we also want to invite into the place the spirit of those in our families, those our friends, those in the extended community who have loved us, held us through the generations. Our family members, our friends and folks, because we know that in African culture, family is larger than bloodline. And because of that, that's why so many of us today are able to thrive and prosper. Ashe?
Ashe, come and be with us.
So now, shout them out.
Mr. and Mrs. Leroy and Hazel Conley, come and be with us. Mr. and Mrs. Eugene Lily Mae Young Sr.,
Willie B. Fuller.
come and be with us. The Leroy Conley Jr.,
Alfred Fuller.
come and be with us. Mr. Kunle Mwanga, Ashe, come and be with us. Baba Imhotep Elijah Akabalan, come and be with us.
How to be well.
Mr. Wilfred Young,
Malcolm X.
Mr. Wilfred Virginia
We
Harvey,
also want to honor the memory
come and
of
be with
one
us.
who was wise enough, Carter G. Woodson,
Ashe.
to have found
Carter G.
Ashe.
Wilson, Ashe,
recognition of our own history.
Minister
Ashe.
Lee,
We're going to
Lizelle
practice
Williams,
self-determination. We don't let
Ashe.
others speak for us, name us, identify us, or tell us who we are. Ashe.
Ashe.
Brother Steve Biko, Ashe,
Ashe. And so
Ashe.
we're going to raise up and ask for the blessing and the participation of those ancestors of the North,
Ashe.
Ashe, come and be with us.
of the South,
Ashe.
Come and be with us.
of the East,
Ashe.
Come and be with
and
us.
of the West.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe. Yeah.
Thank you, Baba.
Mike Timothy.
Now we reached that very important. All of the parts of our service are really important. This is the time where we're going to do our circle prayer, and we're going to have the prayer list uploaded, and there we go. There we go. Yes. And anybody we didn't include, we want to mention and think about. So Mama Keisha's going to lead us in prayer this morning. Thank you, Mama Keisha, in advance. She's always does such a beautiful job. Everybody.
Creator of the universe, indweller of every heart, we say thank you. Thank you. We say thank you. Thank you. We say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We thank you for healing for those on our prayer list.
Yeah.
We ask for understanding,
Yes.
understanding,
Yes.
understanding
Yes.
for the lives of those who are struggling today. We're asking for blessings for all those names that are scrolling before us. And we ask for relief for the pains and aches. We thank you for the voice of Minister Maat that received prayer by today.
Thank you.
Thank you
you.
for the healing of Sister Mary.
Yes, thank you.
A special prayer we pray for one name on the list, Jabbar Watson, who's been struggling. We pray for Ebony for healing for his mind and body.
Yes, healing.
We thank you for the church both way.
Thank you.
We thank you for every person in this circle and for the energy that they bring today. Thank you. Thank you. Help us not forget that we are privileged to be among African people who know that. Thank you, thank you. We're praying for our brothers and sisters who are struggling all along Africa and the Caribbean and this country. We're praying for our brothers and sisters in Sudan and in Congo, but all up and down where the traducers have concentrated so they could steal our minerals. We're praying for our brothers and sisters. Help us not to forget them. Help us not to forget them. When we have 10 pairs of shoes and they have none, help us to be grateful.
Yes, that's right.
Help us to understand that we have too much to eat when so many of our brothers and sisters don't have anything to eat. Help us to understand and be grateful. We're praying for the people in Gaza. We're praying for the people in Gaza. We're praying for the people in Gaza. We ask that somehow that Netanyahu-led crime group be eliminated. We don't know how, but we're asking that all of that move away from the people of Gaza. Once again, we thank you for this church, Wilson. We thank you for all those people who kept the lights on, the doors open, the music flowing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We thank you for the strength of Ustadi who stands with us all the time.
Yes.
Thank you.
We thank you for the work of Babatai.
Thank you. Thank
We
you.
thank you for the faith of Mama Kanye.
Thank you.
We thank you for the work of everybody who has made this church continue.
Yes. Yes.
And we ask that if there's anybody else who would like to raise their voice, that they do it now.
I'm thankful that we all woke up today.
Can you share with me?
Thank you. I'm thankful for you, St. Cara. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for waking me up this morning. Thank you for the breath of life. I'm breathing, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for my family, my Wose family. Thank you for my community. Thank you, Mama Keisha, for bringing me here. Thank you. Father, Mother God, fall fresh on us, on this world, on this chaos I ask that you plant a seed of love in each and every one of us. A seed of love. We need to feed the people that's hungry. We need to house the people that doesn't have shelter. We need to take care of the people that aren't in the right mind.
Yes.
We need to love on them, y'all.
Yes.
They need love too. We need to take care of the C students, y'all.
Yes.
They need life, love. They need lifting. Take care of the C students. But take care of our children. Show them the way. Lift them. Encourage them. Our communities. Let's clean up our communities. Let's take care of each other. Let's check on each other. Check on our seniors, y'all. Check on them. I wish for them to come out. Some of them have made their homes their own personal prisons because they don't want to come out. They have every right to be afraid, but we need to check on them. We need to pull them out. Let them sit in the sunshine. Let them know that they're safe. Check on our seniors. I ask that you again just plant the seed of love in the hearts of the individuals that are creating turmoil throughout this world. Ashe.
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 Thank you, Creator, for the honor and the privilege of being born African.
Yes. Yes.
We pray in the names of all of those ancestors who are responsible for us being here. We pray in their names, and we ask that we keep our feet going in the right direction, our hearts fixed on truth, and our mind on justice. We pray in all their names, and we say Ashe.
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 Amen.
Ashe.
Thank you for the beautiful prayer. We're going to do huggy kissy time right now. Huggy kissy time. And that was Mama and Gina's favorite. Lift up the name of our Mama and Gina. Lift up her knee. Hello to
Raise the camera. Raise the camera.
hello to those in Sacramento and wherever you are. All of them. Everybody. Happy. February 1st. Huh? Happy February 1st to all of the Zoom visitors, all of the Zoom comers, each and every one. Each and every one. Happy Sunday morning, February 1st to our David. Baba David, he always brings his lovely energy here. We love him. He's so creative. Maybe just into the house.
I was going to say it during the announcement, but that's why. So you're going to come up and your name's going to be
So it's time for our affirmation. Let's go on and put that, list that up. Put that up. Affirmation time.
Good morning, we'll say. Good morning.
Good morning.
I didn't hear that. Good Good morning, we'll say.
Good morning.
Okay, so it's time for our affirmation. This mic's a little, stand back a little bit. This mic's a little, it's time for affirmation. I'm waiting for them to put it on the screen. Here it comes. Now let me say real quick. I don't usually make it to Sacramento to our second and fourth Sundays. But I was there this past Sunday, and I wasn't there, but I was on Zoom. Some of you were there. I saw that. Yes. Hey. And I love Sister Mariama, who leads their service, and she said that, when we do the affirmation, do it with some spirit, right? Okay. So let's Sacramento did it. If Sacramento can do it, both say we can do it. Hey, Brother Mayhew, good to see you, brother. Okay. So the affirmation's up. I'll read the leader part, and you read the community part, and let's do it with some spirit. Okay. Sorry, stand up. Those who can, please stand up. Okay. We will know God's truth, be free and self-determined.
There, help us to remember humanity, glory, and suffering of our ancestors, and to honor the struggles of our elders.
Let us strive to bring a new vision and life to our people. Let there be peace and harmony among us.
Let us be loving, sharing, and creative. Let us work, study, listen, so we can learn, teach, and cultivate self-reliance.
We'll say y'all sound good. Grant us power, O Holy One, as we struggle to resurrect our hearts and our homeland.
Yes.
We will raise
our children
according to the needs of our nation, with discipline, patience, devotion, and courage. We will strive to be the living model of the new direction of our people.
Come on, y'all, say this with me. We are an African people. We are the children of God. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Mariana.
And now it's time for our announcements.
Okay.
I'm
not going to worry about it.
Our Oakland announcements
Okay.
first.
Alrighty. This is always the most challenging part for me. So, on Zoom, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to open this morning with a commemoration of this day, February 1st, 1960. On this day in 1960, these four brothers, Joseph McNeil, Franklin McCain, David Richmond, and Jabril Kazan, who was known at the time as Ezel Blair Jr., sat down in a Woolworth lunch counter in Greensboro, North Carolina, and started the sit-in movement. It's a huge thing in our history. I'm not going to go a lot into it now, but I want to commemorate the fact that they did that. And I wasn't old enough to sit with them, but I was able to stand with them some years later at their statue. All right. So now we have Oakland announcements for February 1st this year. We're going to have some upcoming events, and happy African Heritage Month to all of us. Okay. So our first announcement is a save the date for February the 22nd. That's the day for the annual Black Joy Parade in Oakland. Our school, Leleoma Day, will be participating in the parade. We don't know the details as of yet of what they're going to do, but if you want to come and celebrate our school and and support our students, save the date, and there will be more to come on this topic in forthcoming. Say again? We are going to have a float, according to Brother Minister Malley. So save that date and come out and be with us. And I just heard it was great last year. On Sunday, March the 1st, for the first time ever, our sister, Mama Latrice Love Goodlet, will grace our pulpit and share her wisdom with us as she makes her first presentation to the Wosay community. Let me say, I am really looking forward to it. She just told me what the topic is. You want to share it or no? She's here with me. Okay, real quick.
Yeah, so I was word shopping and smithing, but basically the title of it is Sankofa and Stardust, and we're using ancestral intelligence to navigate AI.
Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, so I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah. Yeah, her husband's trying to take credit. Okay. Yeah. On Saturday, March the 14th, this is another save the date. On that day, we're going to have an as yet undetermined family event here at Will Say. And we're expecting a contingent of people from Los Angeles to be here with us. And so we're expecting a lot on that day. And they'll be here because on the very next day, Sunday, March the 15th, after a long absence from our pulpit, Minister Amadi Hines will be with us and will bring us his always fresh and relevant morning message. All right, Minister Amadi. Then on Sunday, April the 19th, we will have our annual Mama Jasiri Kadiri Day. All right, we've honored our Queen Mother Jasiri annually for over 30 years, and this year will be no exception. Okay, and this is a new and special announcement. Backed by popular demand, on May 17th, we will have another sonic meditative healing led by Dr. Terrence Elliott and his queen, Amanda. All right. We had a wonderful experience with this in last November, and we are proud to be able to do it again. So we thank you, Dr. Terrence. And speaking of Dr. T, he has a new book out. And the title of the book is The Healing Power of Sound for the Black Community. The book is available wherever books are sold, and there is a QR code that can be scanned to purchase the book. I'm sure that somebody on Zoom will put the QR code into the chat so that those of you on Zoom can purchase the book. And also, for those of us here that are live with me, if you see me after service, I can give you the code so we can purchase the book. Now, I have not yet bought or read the book, but I was in a conversation with Queen Mother Doris Alkebaline just yesterday, and she said that it's a very good, in fact, she might have used the word must. She said it was a must read. So I encourage everybody to go out and buy Dr. T's book. And those are the morning's messages brought to you by Minister Malley, and we thank you. And before we go on to Sacramento, I'm going to invite Baba Ustadi to come up and share a couple of announcements with us.
And I also, this is Darnisha. I also just dropped into the chat a flyer for the jewelry showing that I'll be having next Saturday at the E14 Gallery in downtown Oakland. I'm sorry, you all. I didn't realize that there was in-person service today. So glad to be here online, though. Sorry, Babu Stadi. Go ahead.
So, Mama Danisha, you know you're doing a tribute this morning, right?
I do know, and I am prepared.
Okay, all right, cool.
Greetings, everyone. You guys look nice out there.
So do you, Baba.
I think I got a frog.
So do you, Baba.
But I'm here for two announcements. The first announcement is everybody can say her, right? H-E-R, her. Put an F on it, her fund. Her fund stands for Haiti Emergency Relief Fund.org. So what I would like everybody here today, if possible, is to donate to them. I just talked to my sister. I talked through my sister this morning from Haiti. And $10 will feed family of four breakfast. Because it costs $10. And that would consist of spaghetti with no meat at all, with sauce over it. $20 will feed a family of four for one day. And that consists of beans and rice, no meat. Meat is an extra, okay? Tell you that right now. So if you can, I'm gonna say it again, HERF, perf.org. Donate to that. If important, y'all.
Give it again.
Her, can you say her?
Yeah.
And then put an F on it?
Yeah.
And .org.
ORG.
ORG, baby.
All right.
I'm not really good at that, but I always make it so easy for me to remember, not as nobody else. So I would really appreciate that because it's not nice, y'all. Now the second part that might not be nice to y'all neither. How many people gonna watch the Super Bowl? No Super Bowl people? I know we got some Super Bowl people online. Well, you know what ICE stands for, right? Everybody knows the initials, right? Immigration, Customs and Enforcement. Don't be surprised if they come to your country, your city, your state. Now, the other thing is, the other announcement, the reason why I said it like that, the other announcement is very simple. We're having a demonstration tomorrow at 4 o'clock at 100 Montgomery Street. Now, what is 100 Montgomery Street? 100 Montgomery Street is the immigration's court. Along right down there on the next block over, you also have the Citibank. You have, no, not the State Building, not on that, brother. Israel Council, France Council. I'm just telling y'all because we done demonstrated it all of them up here and walking around. So if you don't have anything else to do tomorrow at 4 o'clock, it would really be nice if you can show up.
San Francisco.
100, San Francisco, the best way to do. Take BART, get off on Montgomery, walk not even 3 minutes to the right, cross Market Street, it's right there. Oh, you don't even have to go across because you can get off from Buckle. So what I'm saying to you is this, you know what, anybody don't know what TPS is? Anybody? Everybody know what TPS is? Temporary Protection Service. Now, when I got in struggle, I didn't quite understand the word Aluta Continua. Aluta Continua. We said Aluta Continua and all that, you know. But now, after 50 years, I overstand. Y'all. I overstand. It hurts me. It hurts me. It hurts me, I'm telling you. But I understand it now. But anyway, so they're going to deport 340,000 Haitians. And it just so happens, I asked about the Super Bowl, they look like us, y'all. So don't be surprised that they buzz in here and buzz you and ask you for your ID. This ain't no joke. It is not no joke. I mean, I look to God to do it. That's the only thing I can say. Yeah. Thank you. So that's, that's where we are. So if you could, if you're not doing anything, they'll make the announcement probably around on the 4th. They're gonna make the announcement whether or not they're gonna appeal it. But it's been there since 1990. That's what, 26 years, something like that. But I'm just trying to tell y'all. So don't look for no quick solutions to anything. I'd like to leave you with one, I think it's a proverb. It's an African proverb. So I like African proverbs because it means a lot.
Yes, teach good.
It says, the village that rejects the child will come back and burn it down to embrace the oneness. Peace.
Ashe.
What an announcement. So Sacramento's turn, please.
These are your WOSE Sacramento announcements for Sunday, February 1st, 2026. Just released, The Healing Power of Sound for the Black Community by Dr. Terrence Elliott explores how sound has always been central to the survival, resilience, and healing of Black people. This book is available wherever books are sold. Black Knowledge Matters will meet this week on Wednesday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Don't miss a repeat from the fabulous Imhotep Al-Kebalan archives. See you there. Join us in intercessory prayer for your Wose family on Mondays and Fridays at 5:30 a.m. Pacific Time. This flyer will be in the chat. It is a separate Zoom account. Please pray for those on our prayer list during the week in your private prayer time. Like Knowledge Matters, if someone is interested in presenting a topic, please send the subject with a short paragraph and your availability on Wednesdays from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time to imhotepaltabelon@gmail.com or call 916-835-1823. Scripture.
It's a recording.
Toner Browdy's study tours of Egypt will take place on July 7th through the 21st and December 12th through the 23rd in 2026. Note these are his final study tours. Visit ctoinc.com for reservations and information. Ashe.
Ashe.
Sounds of my aunt. At this time, I say, we thank you. We thank you.
Good morning, family.
Good morning, Brother
Can we
King.
come down now?
Yeah.
Come on down. It's okay. This is an energetic track. Get in where you fit in, and you're going to have to sing a little with us.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
This is the time, this is the place. We sing praises to all of our ancestors and principles. We sing praises and now and give thanks for you. Now we praise. Now we praise.
we praise.
Oh yeah,
Now,
now,
now we praise.
now, now,
Now,
now, now,
now we praise.
yeah.
This is a place that God sing praises. Our ancestors have been so close. We sing praises and now we worship. And we give thanks for you. This is the time. This is the place. We sing praises to all of our ancestors have been so close. We sing praises and now we worship. And we give thanks for you.
Now,
Now,
now we praise.
right now,
Yeah, now, now we praise. Now, now we praise. Now we praise. Now we praise. Yeah. Yeah.
I see.
Now we praise. Yeah.
I see.
Trees always bringing new music. That's their music. They wrote that. This is original music. It always is. It's original music. Thank you. Lift them up and keep them protected.
I say,
Good energy and love and education to us. All the time, every time. And they're in the process of working on something that will be available for purchasing. And we're looking forward to that. Yes, and always in production, always. So we're so thankful. Yes. So, and now we're getting ready for we're going to get another song from Sounds of Maat after Mama Darnisha does her historical tribute. So she's coming on now. She's at home. She's doing it. She's not doing it in person. So we're getting teed up for our historical tribute, which is going to be today.
You want to stand up? Do you need to put it?
No, yeah, I need the mic here, but I was thinking, but since there's 3 lights, okay, it's moving the podium easier than only one of the lights that way. I don't know if I can reach it.
I can, no, we can try it. We can try it.
Because it looks good.
But I don't know if the light will. I think those lights might be seen progress.
But they but see, the thing is, if somebody looks that way, they're light, but if they're just standing straight, it's dark. So I don't think those lights are gonna make a difference. It's really okay.
Am I doing historical tribute now?
Yes.
Yes.
Come on, Mama Darnisha.
Okay.
Did I start it from here?
Let's see. I think, let's see. Is this doing it? Can you see it?
Yes, that looks good.
All right. Let's push play.
I would like to begin by requesting permission to proceed by my elders.
Yes.
If it is pleasing to you, I
Yes,
will begin
go right
today.
ahead.
Today's tribute is to Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of Burkina Faso. We have heard much of the daring young leader of Burkina Faso. Today, I will take a short time to share some brief highlights of the life of Ibrahim. Some of the reasons he has become the most known in Africa, particularly among the Pan-African community. As you know, a historical tribute does not tell the whole story. There's much more to know and learn about Burkina Faso and the politics of the Sahel countries. This historical tribute will not answer all of the questions you may have. My goal is simply to provide some basic information with the hope that you will take time to dig deeper at your. Under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré in Burkina Faso,
We are witnessing a serious attempt to place African land, labor, culture, and resources back into African hands. Ashe. Ibrahim Traore was born in 1988 in western Burkina Faso in a rural region shaped by agriculture, community, and survival. This is important. Pan-Africanism has always insisted that leadership must rise from lived African realities, not from colonial inheritance or elite distance. Traore's background reflects ordinary African life where dignity is earned through work. Before politics, there was service. How Ibrahim Traore rose to the rank of captain. Military entry and training. Traore joined the Burkina Faso Armed Forces in 2009. He received formal military education, including training associated with the George Namano Military Academy, Burkina Faso's principal officer training institution. Operational experience. He served as counterinsurgency operations inside Burkina Faso during a period of escalating insecurity. He was deployed with the United Nations Multidimensional Integrated Stabilization Mission in Mali, where he gained field combat and command experience in high-risk environments. This experience reinforced the Pan-African understanding that sovereignty must be defended and maintained, not outsourced. Ibrahim Traore took power in September 2022 amid widespread public frustration over worsening insecurity, mass displacement, and the perceived failure of the existing transitional government to protect the population or restore territorial control. As a captain of the armed forces, Traore emerged from within the military during a period when soldiers and civilians alike believed decisive action was needed to confront armed insurgency and reclaim national sovereignty. He led a military takeover that removed interim leader Paul Henry Sandaogo Damiba, arguing that the government had lost the confidence of both the army and the people. The political transition reflected popular exhaustion with systems that produced instability without accountability. Across Africa and the diaspora, this moment resonated deeply. One indicator of this movement is the establishment of AES, the Alliance of Sahel States. Is the AES? Ibrahim Traore, as president of Burkina Faso, is one of the three founding heads of state of the AES, along Mali's Assimi Goita and Niger's Abdulhamane Tiane, forgive me for that. The Alliance of Sahel States, AES, is a regional political, economic, and security alliance formed in September of 2023 by Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. It emerged after all three countries experienced military-led transitions and faced shared challenges: armed insurgencies, sanction pressure, and dissatisfaction with external security arrangements. The core objectives of the AES include collective defense and security cooperation. An attack one is considered an attack on all. Sovereign decision-making free from external military dependency. Regional economic coordination, including infrastructure, energy, and trade. A Pan-African orientation emphasizing Sahelian solution to Sahelian problems. In January 2024, the AES countries jointly announced their withdrawal from ECOWAS, signaling a decisive break from existing regional governance structure and a move towards a new integration model. Pan-Africanism without economic control is symbolism without substance. Burkina Faso increased oversight of gold assets and launched plans for a national gold refinery to retain value domestically. State takeover of strategic assets. In 2023, Burkina Faso's government took control of two major industrial gold mines previously operated by a French company, Endeavour Miner. They were transferred to a state-owned entity, ensuring production decisions and revenues align with national priorities. Tougher terms were implemented for foreign operators and the ending of raw export models. Burkina Faso announced plans for a national gold refinery, signaling an end to the long-standing model where gold left the country unrefined, often processed in Europe. This move undercut the economic rationale for foreign operators whose business is dependent on exporting raw bullion. For many supporters, the French exit from Burkina Faso's gold sector represents a rejection of post-colonial extraction arrangements, a shift from foreign capture to national benefit, and a broader Sahelian trend shared with Mali and Niger towards resource sovereignty. This aligns with the philosophy articulated by Ibrahim Traore. African resources should build African states first. Local production matters. Basso Danfani is a traditional woven fabric of Burkina Faso. It is now treated not as costume but as industry, supporting farmers, weavers, and markets. Under the current transition, Burkina Faso's textile sector, long undervalued despite the country's strong cotton base, has seen deliberate policy, symbolic, and economic shifts aimed at reclaiming value, restoring dignity to local labor, and strengthening domestic production chains. These improvements are best understood not as a single factory project, but as a systemic reorientation of how textile functions in the national economy. Education has been framed as preparation to build Africa, not escape it. Schools reopened where possible, emphasizing civic responsibility. Despite ongoing security challenges, recent educational improvements in Burkina Faso have been remarkable for their focus on resilience, access, and continuity. The government, working with partners, has prioritized reopening schools in areas where security conditions allow, enabling hundreds of thousands of children and teachers to return to classrooms after years of disruption. In recent years, Burkina Faso has made a notable shift towards locally produced fabric school uniforms as part of a broader effort to strengthen domestic industry and cultural identity. Instead of relying on imported textiles, schools across the country have increasingly adopted Baso Danfani, a traditional Burkinabe hand-woven cotton cloth as the material for student uniforms. This change creates stable demand for local cotton farmers, weavers, spinners, and dyers, turning everyday school attire into a mechanism for economic inclusion and community support. By wearing uniforms made from fabrics crafted within their own communities, students not only express cultural pride, but also participate visually and practically in a national model that values African production, craftsmanship, and economic sovereignty. The shift symbolizes how education, culture, and economic policy can converge to affirm dignity while reinforcing local markets and livelihoods. In 2024, Burkina Faso formally authorized and promoted the use of judicial robes made from locally woven Faso Danfani, making a visual shift away from imported European-style court attire. At the same time, the reform clarified that colonial era symbols such as white judicial wigs, never a deep-rooted tradition in Burkinabe courts, were no longer required, reinforcing that justice derives its authority from the law and the people rather than inherited colonial customs. Together, these changes signaled an intentional effort to re-Africanize the visual identity of the judiciary, support local textile producers, and align state institutions with national culture and economic sovereignty. Across Burkina Faso and throughout the African diaspora, Ibrahim Traore's leadership has become a focal point for renewed youth hope, particularly among young people. people long excluded from political decision-making and economic opportunity. His young age of 39, direct style, and emphasis on sovereignty, work, and national dignity have resonated with a generation that is deeply aware of the costs of dependency, yet eager to imagine alternatives. Policies that prioritize local production, cultural pride, and visible state action from textiles to education to resource control have reinforced the perception that leadership is once again speaking to youth rather than over them. While challenges remain and outcomes will be judged over time, the level of popular youth support reflects a broader desire for agency, purpose, and participation in shaping a future rooted in African self-determination rather than inherited limitations. This moment aligns with Sankara, Nkrumah, and Cabral. The struggle evolves, but principles remain. Abraham Traore's leadership is often described as aligned philosophically with Thomas Sankara, Kwame Nkrumah, and Amilcar Cabral, three Pan-African figures who link political freedom to economic and cultural sovereignty. Sankara, Burkina Faso's revolutionary leader in the 1980s, advanced self-reliance, women's emancipation, and anti-imperialism. Nkrumah led Ghana to independence and articulated the dangers of neocolonialism while championing continental unity. And Cabral organized one of Africa's most successful anti-colonial liberation movements while insisting that culture itself was a weapon of resistance. Traore's emphasis on local production, national dignity, and African-led development echoes their shared conviction that true independence requires control over resources, institutions, and collective consciousness, not merely the transfer of political power. But Pan-Africanism demands we recognize real attempts at sovereignty when they occur.
Yes.
In Burkina Faso today, Pan-Africanism is being practiced actively right now, today, in real time.
Ashe.
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 Thank you.
Ashe. Thank you very much. Asante Sana.
Tribute a poor libation to Sankara, Nkrumah, Cabral, and all the great freedom fighters.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Including Baba Charles Finch.
Thank you. You did that.
Ashe.
Thank you, Mama Darnisha. That was so right on time.
Yes.
That was so powerful and important. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the pictures, everything. That was wonderfully educational, and we appreciate you. So now, our songs of Maat. You're back on.
All right. So. Sorry, y'all. Grand Rising. I just wanted to talk a little bit, I know I don't have much time, but about how this song came about, because it feels really important for folks to know. I started writing this song. It's called I Think We're Gonna Make It. I think it was probably about 17 years ago. I was on my way to Cuba to protest the blockade and touring with a musical group that I was in. And I couldn't finish the song. I wrote it, we performed it, right? It was heartfelt, but there were pieces of it that were missing. I was struggling with infertility and was told I wouldn't be able to have any children. And I called up my grandma in tears. And I said, this is what they said to me. I've had, these surgeries. I said, it's probably not gonna happen. And she said, just keep living. And they don't have the final say.
Ashe.
And I made my petition on the beach in Cuba and, called in if there were children to come my way to please bring them to me, however they were to come. Came back, long story short, got pregnant with Jeremiah. Was over the moon, excited. He was the first grandchild for my parents and the first great-grandchild for my grandparents. And during my pregnancy, my grandpa, who I was very close with, transitioned. And that gave birth to the real verse in the song. Then I had it and I was, performing it, and David and I eventually started dating and got married, and wasn't sure if we'd be able to add to our family. Got pregnant with Sankara, and I said, I have this song and I haven't been able to finish it. There's a bridge part to it. We started workshopping it and it came. Right? Ancestors just deposited it, downloaded it, like one straight. I was like, that's it, right? So we recorded it, and the rest is history.
Beautiful story. Thank you for sharing.
You are welcome. But again, thinking about the seeds that are planted and you water them, right? And as my granny said, you just keep living.
Just keep living.
And so for a time like today, and thinking about how our struggles are interconnected, right? This really talks about centering, our resiliency and our strength and leaning on one another and knowing that we're going to make it.
It's been a long time since I had some peace of mind, searching for clarity, trying to find the best in me, and it's alright, 'cause I feel fine. I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it. So much beauty in this world. Look at the face of the baby boys. Grandpa's smile to warm your heart like a tall glass of honey wine. And it's alright, 'cause I feel fine. I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it.
Was it beautiful? Yeah. We thank you.
17 years ago you wrote it? Started it? Yeah. Shame. Good things come to those that are patient and wait. That's it. That's it. Yes, yes. So we've reached this point in our service where we do our litany of love. That's what I'm going to call it. Litany of love. This is how we love our community. This is how we bring it back.
Yes.
We got to support our community. So some of our youngsters are coming up to service, to do what needs to be done to the altar. We're so thankful for them to be in the house. Some of Mama Ngina's babies. Yes, this is. We're thankful they're here. Ashe, amen. Ashe. So our litany is going to be done with the leadership of Baba Kadabasi. Come on up. Come on up. And we'll be passing envelopes. Got bills to pay?
Good morning, good afternoon, we'll say community.
Good morning, Bob.
Yes, yes.
On the very back, the bottom. Look, push the bottom.
He has hat and stitches on me. First, I want to say that there was a wonderful song by Sister Latrice. And we need to show some appreciation for Brother David, his excellent play on the guitar, as usual. And this is the time in the Wose worship service that we open up to our community to return some of that which they have received for the week, and to share a bit, a portion of that with the Wose community. A community that is self-sustaining. We do not accept grants. None of our members of the COE receives a salary, nor our minister. The work we do here is for the love of community.
Yes.
And so that's why I feel no apprehension about coming to you week after week and asking you to shell out a few dollars to continue to sustain the Wose community, sustain our building. And in sustaining our building, we sustain the school. And in sustaining the school, we're building a generation of young African men and women that we can be proud of. I'm going to need a copy of the litany because I do not have one before me. And normally we would have the, very good. Okay, excellent. And so attending at the altar for the lighting of the Ganara, Sister Yanni and her young brother and young sister, we love to see them coming out and with us, being a part of our services because it reminds us of youth. And we do need youth. Many of us have been in this work for a number of years, and we have grown old in this work for the Wose community. Without apologies. I know I have.
I'm not owning that.
I know I have. I came to the Wose community some 44 years ago. And I'm proud of the years of dedication that I've put here and the years that I've been on the planet. So, not ashamed at all. And
And so if you can find that copy of the Litany of Sacrifice in the black banner,
Page 1 or 2?
it'll be page number 1 or it'll be page number 2. You decide.
First or second page?
First and second page.
First and second. Yes.
Not in this one.
The first or second page? You got the special one.
And also, if you can stand, we're an active kind of church, an active kind of temple here in the house of Amen Ra. And so it's a lot of standing, a lot of up and down and moving around. And people doing different parts, carrying out different roles. A few minutes ago, Brother Ustadim is up here sharing some of the work that he's doing. He's now in the back, vigilant. And so everybody has a role here in the Wilson community.
Say that.
And we begin. Save us, O Holy One, by your name. Vindicate us by your might. Hear my prayer, divine protector. Listen to the words of my mouth. How can we repay the Holy One for the gifts that have been given to us? We will lift up the cup of salvation and call upon the God of our ancestors.
We will fulfill our vows to our Creator in the presence of all our people. Gladly we bring our sacrifices to you. We will praise your name, O Amen Ra, for it is good.
Umoja, unity. We shall strive to maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race.
Self-determination. We shall define, name, create, and speak for ourselves.
Ujamaa, collective work and responsibility. We shall build and maintain our communities together. Our brothers and sisters' problems shall be ours to solve together.
Ujamaa, cooperative economics. Together we shall build and maintain our own businesses and together profit from them.
Nia, purpose. We shall make our collective vocation the building and development of our community and the restoration of our people to our traditional greatness.
Kuumba, creativity. We shall do as much as we can in any way we can to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than when we inherited it.
Imani, faith. We will believe with all our hearts in our God, our people, and the righteousness and victory of our struggles. Amen. Thank you. Thank you for those that contributed. And those that did not but wanted to, you will have other opportunities. And so you can also send your contributions to woseoakland.org. There you will find a donation tab, and you can make your donations there. Also, our sister community in Sacramento, they too require support. So you can send donations to wosesac.org. And there you will find a place to accept your contributions. I'll take a few minutes to say a short prayer, and then we'll move further into the services. O Holy One, Divine Creator, thank you for life. Thank you for each and every one gathered here in this building and in the sound of my voice. We ask that you give life, health, and strength, that each one may stand in the sun and stand in their space. Help us to support those families that are in need and others that are sick Earlier, you saw the prayer list. We ask again that each and every one on that prayer list be blessed, that their needs be taken care of, that their families and individuals regain their health and be more fully in the body of the community. Be with us throughout the remainder of this service. Bless the one that will come with a word and share a word and information that you need to know. Be with us. This is my prayer. Ashe, and Amen. And Sister Deani, come up for a second. And bring your sisters and your young brother up too, because we love having young people in our services. And they come on a very regular basis, and we've been able to incorporate them into the service and give them a job, give them some work to do. All right. So say your name and introduce your sister.
Hello, my name is Dayani, Sister Yanni. I'm 20. I'll be 21 in September. So I'm having fun. I'm with my sister, Rayleigh, and this is my brother, Zuri. Zuri actually just had a birthday on Thursday. He's 11 years old. So I will love it later. We can sing some happy birthday to him. He needs it. We all need it. Some love and support. But these are my babies who are not my babies.
And who are you two in Gina?
Granny. That's my granny. Mama Ngina is my blood great granny.
I said.
Thank you, Deani. And thank you, people. Yes, they did real good.
Yes, they did.
We'll give them other opportunities to improve upon that.
We're in for a treat with Professor Mainu and
All right.
Presentation. This brother is brilliant, works hard,
Yes.
diligent.
Yes. Say it again.
Always doing work, always doing primary research, so we know more about our culture, our history.
Yes.
And if you get the chance to go to Egypt to Kemet with him, whoo, it is such a total experience. It's hard to keep up with, but so I recommend going as soon as you can. As soon as he has another trip. I know Anthony Browder is doing a trip this year, and I don't know when Brother Professor Mainu is doing another trip.
Next year.
Okay, in 27.
Next summer, yes.
All right, so start saving your money because it is so worth it. It's such an education. That's all I'll say. So we have him now. He's going to bring us a presentation. And we're so excited.
I say.
Thank you. Professor Mainu and him.
Buckle up.
That's right.
Morning, good afternoon, we'll say.
Good morning, my.
I didn't hear you. Good morning, good afternoon, we'll say.
Good morning, brother professor.
We're in the house today. I'm very happy and glad. I'm energized and excited to be able to share some insight on this occasion of February 1st, which is the first day of African Heritage Month.
Yes.
But this is a special time because this is the centennial year. This is the 100-year celebration. So we give great credit and honor to one of the greatest men in the 20th century, is none other than Dr. Carter G. Woodson.
I say.
Let's give him the respect he deserves. So I don't have a lot of time, so I just want to give you some insight. I shared this last year that we need to shift from simply referring to this occasion as Black History Month to African Heritage Month.
Yes.
And I want to give you some reasons why. And if you remember what I shared last year, I want to give you more insight. So I'm going to share my slides, and cover a few things that I think you will find interesting. Now, when I was talking about my book, A History of African Civilizations, in the Wose book class last week, Brother Namtambu, he had asked if I would like to share something about Dr. Charles Finch, the third, who passed away on January the 17th. And I hadn't really thought much about it, about the details, and I said, sure. And then yesterday I was a part of it was a text group, and people were looking for a memorial service in Dr. Finch's honor. And it was, I don't know how many people were in the text thread.
They're asking you to adjust your mic, I'm sorry.
Oh,
They
okay.
can't hear you on Zoom.
They cannot hear me on Zoom?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just the mic.
I think it's just the mic?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
Zoom
just
folks,
lean
you
in.
all right?
You moved away again.
We could use a little more volume, but we can hear.
Okay, how about this?
There you go.
Much better.
Okay, all right, better, all right.
That's
better, thank you.
Sorry
All right.
to interrupt. Just
No,
the
no.
facilitator in me was like, I see the note.
We appreciate it. Here, I have to turn off my audio for my laptop, otherwise there'll be feedback. So I hope this is better. Okay, so anyway, regarding African Heritage Month, I decided that I would give some insight for those of you who know about Dr. Charles Finch and his contribution for the last 40 years or so. And I think that would be appropriate because I saw people were very, very energized to learn about his life, but I think there was a little bit of miscommunication about the memorial service yesterday. And then I'll come back to one of the greatest men in the 20th century. We know about the miseducation, but Dr. Woodson's work was far beyond that. He wrote more than a dozen books and did seminal work embracing Africa, and that has been systematically scrubbed from the record, even by biographers. If they mention Woodson's work on Africa, it's simply in passing. So we have work to do. So it was Negro History Week in 1926, second week in February. Then on the 50th anniversary, people across the country started to embrace a week. But guess what? Dr. Woodson, he envisioned an entire year. That's what he was building towards, an entire year. But on the 50th anniversary, Black History Month became chic, it became vogue, it became more common. And that's what we've been stagnant on for the last half a century. But we have to move to the next phase, an African Heritage Month, and you'll see why, because Woodson's work was centered around Africa.
Yes, it was.
He never separated the Black experience and contributions to the U.S. and the world from Africa.
Teach good.
His organization has done that, and scholars and biographers have separated Woodson from Africa, but he did not. So, but before I share that, I just want to share something about Dr. Finch, because again, I didn't really think much about it. And I said, let me give some insight of Dr. Finch. He was 77. He was actually a physician. He worked in the ER, but many know him as a scholar. He started working as a scholar and working with the great late Ivan Van Sertima in 1984. And I remember Charles Finch was saying that first phone call he got from the great Ivan Van Sertima, who edited the Journal of African Civilizations and the author of what? They Came Before Columbus, yes. And I know that Dr. Finch got the phone call because he said the accent exactly when I received a phone call from Dr. Van Sertima. I remember back in 1993, Van Sertima called, I was shocked. I was stunned, and I was hesitant to pick the phone up when the sister said it was Van Sertima. Van Sertima, so I creeped to the phone. I was hesitant. Van Sertima said, hello? This is Ivan Van Sertima. I'd like to speak to Menu and Pim. I said, this is he, sir. So he started to introduce me to the Journal of African Civilizations, and I heard Dr. Finch use the same accent, so I know he got that call in 1984, about a decade earlier. But what I wanted to share with you is my work with Dr. Finch goes back to 2011. And in 2011, this was the 27th anniversary of the first Nile Valley Conference, the historic conference that put Kemet and classical African civilizations on the map on a whole nother level. So 1984, this was the year that launched the African-centered movement. You had scholars across the country from LA to Atlanta, Chicago, and New York came together to elevate and promote and defend and protect African civilizations. And Dr. Finch was a part of that movement. So on the 27th anniversary in 2011, Dr. Finch, Roby Hilliard, who's the oldest daughter of the late great Dr. Asa Hilliard, and a couple of the people, they were the convening group in Atlanta to organize this Nile Valley Conference #2. And this was the focus, Nile Valley 2, from the Nile to the Niger to the Mississippi. Yeah. So it was a 5-day conference, and Dr. Finch and Roby Hilliard and others, they contacted me to give a presentation. So I actually gave the opening keynote presentation for the historic conference in 2011. And this was my title, by the way. So the origin and purpose of Nile Valley Pyramid Science. I tried to squeeze a lot in, and the restoration work of the priest Ka-Im Waset. Ka-Im Waset, he's the first historian, the first chematologist. Is Ka-Im Waset in the 19th dynasty, about 32, almost 3,300 years ago. Ka-Im Waset restored monuments and put them back in right order. He's the first curator. Ka-Im Waset is the first. He's the first historian in the 19th dynasty that gave great honor and respect to his ancestors in the 4th dynasty, the 5th dynasty. So I decided to present that. So in corresponding with the group, they had me as a keynote opening presenter on September 20th. So that was an honor. However, September 20th was a Tuesday. So I said to them, I respect the fact that I'm the opening keynote presenter, but a lot of out-of-town people are not going to be there on a Tuesday. Well, Professor, there's going to be 250 youth. So my work is not only for youth, it's for the entire community. So I presented on September 20th, and guess who introduced me? Dr. Wade Nobles introduced me. He gave my bio, and after the presentation, the people that were there, it wasn't 250 youth, there were presenters from out of the country, out of town, who had come early. And after I presented, Dr. Finch was excited. He came over. He said he's never heard anything like this before. And then they decided that they needed to squeeze my presentation in during another day during the conference. I said, Doc, this is what I was trying to tell you all. It won't happen on a Tuesday. Most people are going to be there during the weekend. So then I presented a second time during the conference, but Dr. Finch was very, very humble, but he also was focused on a lot of very good work. This is, we would call this the official conference photograph. This is the last day, and some of the presenters were leaving. So I told Sister Nefertari or Patricia Hilliard, look, we've got to photograph everybody before they leave. Now, if you take a look at this photo, I don't know if any of these folks stand out. There's a lot of significant people in this photograph. Who can you make out?
Manu and Pim.
Minoko Rashidi.
Wade Noble.
Dr. Leonard.
Dr. Leonard Jeffries.
Rashidi.
Charles Finch.
Renoko Rashidi.
And
Anthony Browder.
Oh, yeah.
Cassie Joe. That's Dr. Asa Hilliard's late wife. And you got a lot of other people. And so here's Dr. Finch, and I had never noticed this too much, but if you were scanning the photographs, his colors stand out, don't they? And so I'm right in front of Dr. Finch, and I actually have on the official T-shirt for the conference. So this is not all of the presenters, but it's a pretty good number of them. You got LeBron Clay, Brother Sabas. There's a lot of people that are there, and this is actually the photograph here. I'm sorry, the official T-shirt for the conference. And now you see September 20th to the 21st. It used to say September 21st. So I told you got to put the 20th on there, the opening day, which they did. So it's important to know that. Now, not only that, so that's the conference, but the work with Finch continued. And I was surprised. Dr. Finch contacted me, and he wanted to meet. He said he was going to L.A. to see his mother. He's from Atlanta. He's going to LA to see his mother, but he wanted to come up and meet with me. But he wouldn't say what it was for. So I was a little Concerned? What would you think? He wouldn't say what he wanted to meet with me for. And so I had no idea whatsoever. I said, I didn't say anything at the conference other than everybody should hear my presentation. And so I didn't know what he wanted to talk about. So he came up. He came up in May of 2012, about 6 months or so after, about 8 months after the conference. And you know what he wanted to meet about? What? He wanted to meet about what he called what went wrong. He called it the circle of 12. 12 people that he thought could address the question of what went wrong. How do we lose our way? So we had literally a special retreat in West Virginia. But he wouldn't talk about it on the, he's old school. So we had to sit in person. And he told me what the Circle of 12 would accomplish. And so that was a very important weekend for all of us involved. And then he also, after that, he contacted me because Dr. Finch was not just a physician and somebody focusing on Kemet, but you may not have known, but he was initiated in the spiritual tradition. He was very focused on that. I remember back in the 80s, he brought a Dogon priestess from Mali.
Wow.
And they were on the East Coast for a while. She came through Baltimore when I was there. And he had contacted me because there's a spiritual tradition in Togo. It's called Afa. So the Iwe, the Iwe people in Togo, there's an initiation system. So he had reached out to see if I would join them in Togo. It was a small group of people who were part of this initiation process. And so he very much was keen on spiritual development. We should know that in Wose. And then after the conference, after this initiation in Togo in 2013, some of the people that were at the conference, at the Nile Valley Conference, Dr. Finch had organized some people to take the work forward. So there was a group of people that we called ourselves Jed Rising. And Jed Rising, and so we met, and it was a small group of people. It was still based on what he was asking the question, what went wrong? And so I helped the group with the mission statement and develop, but it was moving towards a spiritual tradition. So I didn't continue. You know why I didn't continue? I told them I already have a spiritual home in Oakland. I'm very busy. I'm not looking for another spiritual tradition, but I wish you all well. And so for me, it was no reason to add anything to the Wose spiritual model. And that's what I had shared with them. Anyway, so I have a lot of respect for Dr. Finch. I wanted to share those things with you. So that took place pretty much between 2011 to 2013. And but if you are not looking at his spiritual focus, then somebody's clearly missing some of the work of the late great Dr. Finch. So I wanted to share that with you. Now, back to Woodson, one of the greatest men in the 20th century. There's a lot to say about Woodson and his work. But let me just give you kind of the overview of Woodson. He's a scholar's scholar, and typically most of his work is left out by his organization, the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, by biographers, historians. They talk about the Black history movement in the early 20th century, and they don't connect Woodson to Africa, but that's very strange. He did quite a bit. He was educated, he was a historian, wrote more than a dozen books, but it's important to know that he founded Associated Publishers so that he can publish his own works and nobody can edit his works. He's not only the founder of what was in Negro History Week, but we have to know that everything is not books. He founded the Negro History Bulletin as well as the Journal. So these publications founded by Woodson was very important because he organized a pool of writers and scholars focused on Africa. And he was the editor of both the Journal as well as the Bulletin. The Bulletin, by the way, was for teachers. That's why he added the Bulletin. The Journal was for scholars. So on this day, we began the 100-year celebration and focus of African Heritage Month. Organized by one of the great men. Sometimes we put too much focus on individuals. Woodson could not accomplish anything if it wasn't for his organization. He did the work through the organization. People focus a lot on individuals. There's no such thing as an individual outside of a group, by the way. So the Western individualism gets promoted too much. So Woodson organized people around him to help do the work. And the stamp was in his honor back in 1984. I could say a lot, but if you look at Dr. Woodson's scholarship, for him, he focused quite a lot on Ethiopia and Nubia, and he made it clear that Ethiopia, or Kush, and Nubia were the forerunners of Kemet. He said that repeatedly, and he also indicated that Kemet also influenced the Mediterranean. Where's the scholarship supporting that? So for him, the Nile Valley influence was central to what he considered to be world enlightenment. And we need to know that. So many contributions, but with Woodson, it was to put African people back in the center of our own experiences so that we would not be the the object of somebody else's contempt, but the subject of our own experience. There's a big difference being an object. No, he made sure that we were fundamental actors. We were principal actors on the center stage, that we were the subjects of our own experience. This is part of his work. And Woodson's work of embracing the Nile Valley of Kush, what he called Ethiopia, they all called it Ethiopia, and Nubia and Kemet, this is he was a forerunner of the African-centered movement that I just referred to. There's nothing that you can see in the 1980s with the Nile Valley Conference and the birth of ASCAC that was not anticipated by Woodson. He anticipated it by quite a long ways, by many decades. So for him, this is what he did. Public lectures. He organized teacher lesson plans, posters, plays, Black History clubs. The Black History kit was for anybody that didn't have the money. So schools had to pay $1.50. That's it. They just had to pay $1.50 for speeches, plays, writings, you name it. And if somebody if they were too old to go to school, it was a home study course. Even the home study course had standards. You couldn't just have fun. Nope. You needed to learn and understand African contributions to humanity. So much that he did. This book here, The Negro in Our History, was a fundamental book. Everybody that was learning about the Black experience in the U.S. and beyond, they had to consult The Negro in Our History. Over 100 years ago, what did Woodson say? This was a main textbook. So we have to look at what was Woodson's influence beyond the miseducation. So he's looking at what our contributions were in the U.S. and abroad. There's no time that he's not looking at our experience in the Caribbean and Africa. So it's very important. Of course, the miseducation, this one has been more popular as we've gone into the 21st century, but there's many more works. But this is certainly a classic, no question whatsoever, but so are his other books, fundamental and seminal works. So for Woodson, as you know, the great quote, if you control a man's thinking, you don't have to worry about his actions. Right. When you determine what a man should think, you do not have to concern yourself about what he will do.
Don't ask him to
make a man feel he's inferior. You don't have to compel him to accept the inferior status, for he will seek it himself. Ooh-wee.
Say it again.
If there is no back door, he'll cut one for his own special benefit.
Yeah, what?
Yes.
I didn't hear that. He what?
If there is no back door, he will cut one for his own special benefit.
No, not
He's
now.
used to being second class, focused on somebody else for food, shelter, clothing, education, health care, and you name it. And then, so either we've always been second class or we've had our way and we lost our way. Clearly for us, we've lost our way. Yes. And Woodson is a torchlight to make sure that we can recover from historical amnesia. It's on us on the 100th anniversary to take advantage of the opportunity where people are open. They're aware to teach the public. Yes. The one who learns, they teach. Yes. He challenged these bigots, George Hegel, Arnold Toynbee. Nobody can study philosophy or history without asking about what did Hegel have to say, or Arnold Toynbee. In fact, Toynbee said of the 26 civilizations, that the only primary race that didn't contribute to any of them was the black race. And Woodson said, liar, liar. Absolutely. So for Woodson, publishing the truth was self-defense. Yes, it was self-defense. And this is why he organized Associated Publishers so that nobody could tell Woodson what to do or edit his work. He's passed away. His organization has given up Associated Publishers. You want to now read the Journal of African American History, which is the most influential journal among black historians in the country dealing with the black experience in the U.S., you have to go to the mainstream University of Chicago Press. All of these scholars and big name people in his organization, they gave up the fundamental weapon that Woodson used, was self-publishing. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. It was a battle, and those who lost were the minority who were attempting to continue to embrace Woodson's legacy. So you have to go to the general white public to get the information. So he challenged these false claims, of course. Now, let me tell you a couple things. Woodson's focus was on what? What did he focus on in February? What was the main reason that Woodson said there needed to be a special time to focus on black people? What did he focus on?
Self-awareness.
Yes, self-awareness.
Pan-Africanism?
Definitely Pan-Africanism, no question whatsoever. African achievements, accomplishments, and contributions. He did not focus on negativity. Who got beat up? Who was lynched by white supremacy? You could do that in March.
Come on.
But in February, there has to be a time to assert our humanity. So anybody focusing on negativity, they're not following Woodson. Woodson was hard. He was harsh. You look at Woodson years after the celebration started in 1926, he was an uncompromising critic of those that had taken the celebration for monetary gain. He said these people are spellbinders. These are men with silver tongues. He said the only thing they have going for them is that they have good bellows, they have good lungs, but they don't know anything. And he also criticized the people that wanted to bring in the big name speakers every year. He said, if you're bringing in big name speakers, you've learned nothing. You should be the one speaking and presenting on what you learned. You and the children. Woodson was harsh. Absolutely. So his focus was on black achievements. Not negative, not who overcame slavery, not who became an abolitionist, not somebody who overcame racism, not somebody who was leading a civil rights charge, because even if you can find some positive outcomes, it's still within a negative context. Woodson said, we don't do that. We focus on our humanity. And he consistently does. So this is what the celebration was not focused on. Problems.
Teach good.
All these racial stereotypes. When you bring up black people, you bring up negativity. That includes Black Lives Matter, anything else. It's a negative context. Deal with it up until January 31st, pick it up March 1st. But there has to be a time to assert our humanity. And if somebody doesn't understand that regarding Woodson, it means they haven't read Woodson. No one's making up anything. It's just that his own ideas and work has been suppressed by those who have an issue. They have an issue with Africa, and they have a hard time promoting anything that's positive. He was absolutely critical of anybody focusing on problems in February. He also condemned the over-focus on individual heroes, like Douglass. Lincoln is always overrated. He certainly didn't free anybody. So that's one of the great myths. But the individual hero worship was condemned by Woodson. The group is more important than the individual. Yes, very much so. So for him, it's not about individuals, it's about the collective. We can't talk about the history of Wolsey by only talking about individuals.
That's right.
Sure, we look at Bill Calhoun and Makalisi and the early founders and those original people that were here. Mama Keisha was there in the early days, Brother Katabazi, so many others were there in the very early days, but we have an ancestral shrine with many great ancestors who contributed to Wolsey. How can somebody talk about one individual only or a couple individuals? It makes no sense. But that's what happens in February. People pick out their favorite person. We've been taught wrong and we approach it the wrong way. And Woodson would condemn folks. If we had time for a seminar, I would give you the detail. Third thing is the narrow focus on the black experience in the U.S. African American history only. Never did Woodson focus only on our experience here in the U.S. He talked about contributions, many different books that we could discuss, but for Woodson, Africa was central, the history and the contributions. So for him, his scholarship was focused just on that. Over there, a dozen books. Take a look at 3 of the books that never get mentioned. There's never any focus. How many people have African myths? And then what about the African background outline for African heroes and heroines? Folks are still only dealing with the miseducation. Yes, it's a classic. We've been miseducated. Now what about the education? Come on, now. The education embraced Africa. So for Woodson, now look, this African myths, just so you're aware, can you see the subtitle there on the right? Together with Proverbs. Okay, that's the original. African myths together with Proverbs, but you might see this one, African myths and folk tales. That's not the original title. So until I looked at it further, it's like confusing, but not confusing when you go to the actual record. So if you take a look at it, you'll see that together with Proverbs, this is the original. And the folk tale, no big deal, it's pretty much the same text. It's just that modern publishers decided to update it, I guess.
Sale.
But you can't change somebody else's title and think it's original.
Right.
No, not in the realm of serious scholarship. So African myths and proverbs. Anyway, these are the last 2 books that Woodson wrote. The last 2. What do you think his focus was? Increasingly on Africa. The African background outline, 1936, African heroes and heroines. You didn't hear me. These are the last 2 books that the scholar wrote. This is his focus on African civilizations. Now, a lot of us focus on books, and we should. However, scholars don't just focus on books. Scholars focus on articles, on essays. There's so many more articles and essays than there are books. It takes a lot more time to write a book. And as a matter of fact, many books are a compilation of many articles that the person wrote. And they put them together to come up with a book. So these are the last 2 books dealing with Africa. So many articles that don't get discussed. In the bulletin, Woodson wrote quite a lot on Africa. Yes, he did. The Negro in Art from where? Africa to America. This is 1939. And if I show you a close-up of this is what Woodson writes. Take a look at this. This is 1939. Sculpture reached its first high level in ancient times under the Egyptians. The Sphinx near the pyramids of Giza, the temple at Luxor, the rock temple at Abu Simbel, and the obelisk show the greatness of Egyptian architecture and sculpture. Egyptian, you can place this with what? African. That's what he's talking about. You look at his articles, take a look. We know the books, last 2 books he wrote, but what about the articles? I'm glad you asked. These are the last articles written by Carter G. Woodson. And what does he title it? Egypt. He passed away in 1950. So these are the last 3 articles. You have the dates there. This is a 3-part series. This is part 1, part 2, and there it is, part 3. The last 2 books written by Woodson on what? On Africa. The last 3 articles written by Woodson on Africa. And yet, overlooked by 99% of the people. So we're not really getting the full Woodson typically. Now here's the other thing to know. I shared this before, but he also has some unpublished books as well. Some unpublished works. So we look at encyclopedias. So if we look at encyclopedias, you all know that Du Bois was a very important scholar and a Pan-Africanist. Is that correct?
Yes.
So Du Bois was working on, they actually were competing for an encyclopedia. Du Bois's encyclopedia, it was never published, but it was going to be entitled Encyclopedia of the Negro. Now take a look at Carter G. Woodson, his organization. They projected a 10-volume encyclopedia, but they later scaled it down to 6 volumes. And what was the title? Nothing about Negroes. Encyclopedia Africana.
All right.
You see the difference?
Yes,
We're talking about a progressive activist, Du Bois, but do you see the difference here? It's a difference in focus, a difference in scale, a difference in scope. And if you look at the plan table of contents, this was a Pan-African focus, started in Africa. and Africans Around the World by Carter G. Woodson. So this is why we're talking about African civilizations. Now, what else can we cover to document the point? Well, what about his organization? There's annual themes in February. So the first annual theme was not in 1926 or 1927, but 1928. You see the theme, civilization, what? A world achievement. Now, they didn't focus on Africa every year, but take a look at 1933. Ethiopia meets what? Error in truth. They didn't stop there. Take a look. What does it say? Negro achievements. Where? In Africa. Didn't stop there. Take a look at 1936, the African background outline. And look at all of the focus on contributions. Now, Woodson passed away, but there were people still influenced by Woodson. And those that were directly influenced by Carter G. Woodson, notice that they carried the tradition on and still dealt with African civilization in Africa. 1972 was the last time that the organization that sets the theme every year, the last time they focused on Africa.
Okay.
Everything from that point is African American only. Usually challenges, struggles, the press. They gave up the press, so the press is gone, and now the focus on anything related to Africa is gone. You say, yeah, Professor, but we're black people in America. Well, it doesn't make any difference. Woodson focused on the black experience in the U.S., Africa, and around the world. He didn't separate any of it, but it's been separated now, and that's what we're faced with. So every year, his organization, ASALA, the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, they set the theme. And as they set the theme, Africa has not been seen in the 21st century and is not going to be seen. So it's up to progressive Africans in this room and online and elsewhere to understand the work of the great Carter G. Woodson. So we have Negro History Week, as we pointed out. 50 years later, there's Black History Month. What's the problem with Black History Month? In and of itself, it wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't for the focus. The focus of most Black History Month programs, they focus on anything and everything. There was a event at UC Berkeley. They were celebrating a brother who had success of getting some white supremacists or some supposed white supremacists out of the KKK. And so he was being honored in February. We said, what? And then somebody put that up on the campus, the campus website. I told her, you better take that down immediately. We don't support any of that. How are you going to celebrate my humanity by some KKK members leaving some criminal outfit? But this is what happened. Some brother, he discounted liquor and wine and beverages. That was his Black History Month focus. But this is the problem, it's the negativity. And by the way, most of the Black History Month events, the corporate events, you know what they focus on? It's predictable. They focus on awards, entertainment, and food. After the program is said, oh yeah, we need to get somebody. And when they need to get somebody to make it look good, guess who they call? They call me, and it's always predictable. You know how much time they want to give me? 5 minutes. 10 minutes. Sometimes 5 or 10 minutes. You know what I say? No, doesn't work. And they want me to come for free. You spend all the money on entertainment and food. But that's typically what it is. So that's the problem, is that how do we distinguish Woodson's work from the regular run-of-the-mill Black History Month events? This is the corporate model, 10 minutes. That's it. So what's more important is to take the next step and really recognize, if we understand in the context of African Heritage Month, we have to embrace Africa, and we're dealing with what? Achievements, accomplishments, and contributions of black people in the U.S. and around the world. So yes, whoever said that, it's a Pan-African focus. And the roots are in Africa. So why do we say that? Because that's what Woodson promoted. You can see from the themes, you can see from his scholarship, you can see from all of the writings of Woodson that it was a Pan-African focus. He also wrote a lot about the black experience in the Caribbean as well. It wasn't just on the African continent. So we proclaim this day, February 1st, 2026, as the beginning of African Heritage Month on the 100th occasion. And we must promote it, we must embrace it, we must protect it. That's the best thing we can do. But the Black History Month focusing on individuals and negativity, and that's going to continue. And by the way, let me just say one other thing. The reason why I started thinking about this 20 years ago, I went to many colleges up and down California. You know what surprised me? I did presentations in February. There was not a single student group, a single BSU, a single advisor, a single person in the Associated Student Union at any of these colleges that even heard of the name Carter G. Woodson.
Wow.
And yet they were active in February. So, and then they only wanted a few minutes. So even if I agreed to a few minutes, I'm going to take as much time as I need. I would always do that. They're not going to take the mic. What you going to do about it? You're not going to invite me back anyway after I finish giving you the real Woodson.
Break it down.
Some folks have really been miseducated, and so you're not going to invite me back. Doesn't matter. I'm here now, and you're going to understand the real Carter G. Woodson. But I was surprised, not one single person who understood the man who's the reason for the season. As a matter of fact, in the UK, what month do they focus on in the UK?
No idea.
It's October. And they didn't even know. Somebody asked, hey, do you celebrate, do you celebrate Black History Month in the U.S.? I said, yeah, I think so. You all were influenced by black scholars from the U.S. They started around 1987, more than half a century later. So I wanted to share with you some of the insight about African Heritage Month and to give honor to the man who's the reason for the season, one of the greatest men in the 20th century. So we honored Dr. Carter G. Woodson, and you may not know it, he's never married, never had children. His wife was the cause.
Yes.
His children was the cause.
Yes.
His legacy is what we're carrying on now. And so, Ashe, thank you very much. So you all are experts on Dr. Carter G. Woodson.
Dante Simon.
Maat. Maat. Mally. Ashe. Ashe. Yes.
Okay. And other ancestors, Carter Woodson.
Yes, Shay.
Other ancestors that have made an indelible imprint on our thinking and our spirit and our conscience.
Ashe.
Dr. Charles Finch.
Yes.
As expected, you have to carry a really big recorder to absorb just a piece of Maat's. I'm glad he repeated some from his last presentation, because a lot of times I don't get everything in one sitting, and I usually have to go online to the recording and kind of recall some of it. And then it's very appropriate because he brought that message to us and we've carried it forward. And hopefully you all carry it forward. Share it. Let folks know that it is no longer Negro History Month. It is now African Heritage Month. I was at Cal when they first changed it over in Honolulu, and it took the students there to practice that we were going to call what we believe it should be called. And we moved it from being a week to a month. And there was a lot of folks that did not want to really see that. So we have to be defenders of the truth, as Lana picked out, because other folks will give you the story they want. Come on. We have to be able, one, to know for ourselves the truth, but also to share the truth. Particularly these days, when they got folks eliminating the little bit of history that they do have in schools. And if you notice, they're doing it starting with the young. Yes. So that there are going to be some youngsters who won't even know Woodson's last name. and probably would not have heard of Black History Month. So we should be responsible to make sure the truth is told, that we spread it, that we share it in our circles, because otherwise we'll be in that dependency position again. And why would you expect folks who do not have our best interests to be able to share what should be shared? Yeah. And also, that's an opportunity for us. That's right. I know it's an opportunity. That's it. So once again, thank you, Professor Manu. As usual, you just bring so many nuggets of special truth. I think we, Jose, are very honored to have that brought to us. And then I just want to also emphasize, folks, share the word about the upcoming schedule. We want folks to really hear Mama Latrice's first message.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
And we also, just quickly, I just want to re-mention, those of us who want to donate to Haiti through Babu Study, we can do that gathering. We can give him money today, and Mama Tandiwe and Mama Ustadi are going to make it happen. So those of us who want to donate a few dollars, $10 to $20 or whatever, please do so.
Yes, so please, speak. If you think this is of value, prove it. Challenge you. Talk to somebody. Let them know what's going on here. If you believe it's of value, don't keep it to yourself. We want to also be able to have really strong attendance when Reverend Ramani comes from LA. He's bringing a contingent. And it would be a shameful show out if he brings more people from LA than the folks from here show up. Y'all don't hear me. We need to speak to others about what we consider to be valuable. And the way that folks really own it is when you give your testimony about how it helped you. So let's get up, let's stand up. We're going to close our service. Oh, almost forgot. The doors of the church are open. Yes?
Let me ask you something. Is there a campaign or something that we get out and go door to door, old school recruitment?
Talk to me, because I'm in the process of planning an outreach campaign.
People to come and you have to do some footwork.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we have to go to where people are.
Yeah.
There's some folks, like at the Wellness Center and other places. Yeah, I'm feeling, I'm right there. Okay. So talk to me after.
We call that work.
So the doors of the church are open. If there are no one who is yet a member that would like to become a member, this is your opportunity to stand up, both here and online.
Anytime.
Mm-hmm.
And we have our new visitors that are with us the second time today. But I'm just saying, hey, everybody give them a love.
You said it only once. Okay. And I noticed that there's someone in the back. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, don't be looking behind you. You know who I'm talking to. Hello.
It was just really nice to hear everything, and I'm actually related to Cardi Woodson.
That's mine.
I was just saying I really enjoyed the presentation. Thank you. It was really, really good. A lot of those books, I had the Miseducation in the Negro, but it was really good to know those other publications. Yeah. And the only other thing I wanted to say was, we know that later in life, W.E.B. Du Bois did evolve, because he's buried in Ghana.
Yep.
So did you say again?
Oh, Carter Woodson.
Say it. No, say it.
Yeah, the folks in
I'm related to Carter Woodson.
And what's her name?
And Seroma James. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, welcome.
You might as well say that with your chest.
So let us all stand as we close together.
And can we make a circle, y'all? Let's circle up.
As is our tradition, we close. Lift every voice and sing.